Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Cam Newton and the New England Patriots versus Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watch some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by a late signee this year, their 31-year-old quarterback. It's Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile. That's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fan's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
They'll run for the first time now with James White, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, they'll run with White. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that first-round grades on him.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Now the second-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft.
I remember talking with a scout about him, and he said, you know, I love the fact that he was a high school basketball player. He does so many things with his legs to keep plays alive. But he did the same thing as a basketball player, kind of a point guard, knows where the ball is supposed to go, and knows how to deliver it to the open man.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And Eifert has it. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a first and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short, keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Running out of the gun with White. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down now, it's White. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They defer to White out of the shotgun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. From the red zone now, Newton. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run. This is White. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. Steps up, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Coming up at at the half. A reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, it's Darnold. That's going to be caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 27 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Throwing again on second down. Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, Newton. His throw incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Able to power through. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And his his throw's going to be incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. That's taken on the 25. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 50, Newton. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The tight end, Dalton Keene, the target, but it's going to be second down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. To throw again, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jeremy Chin. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. We've got 2 more after this one, and then we get it all started, as we normally do, on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try and run forward with Penning. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. They keep it with Penning on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Open man is Amara Darboh, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. Penny, a first down carry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Greer. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Markel Lee. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Greer. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Keith Kirkwood there to make the grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shot. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 Short pushing through there to make the play defensively.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. The backup Stidham, his first throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Stidham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Rashad Penny. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up fourth down. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. Stidham going to lead the Pats up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Stidham. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Stidham. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better.
And a loose football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage. He stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Penny, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the run, it's Penny. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And his kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.
If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and click the like button. And if you've not already, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you again for the next episode.